My mother was a whippoorwill pert. My father, he was lazy. And I'm hell broke loose in a new store shirt to fiddle all Georgia crazy. Swing your partner up and down the middle. Sashay now, oh listen to that fiddle. Flapjacks flipping on a red-hot griddle. And hell's broke loose, hell's broke loose. Fire on the mountain, snakes in the grass. What's the likelihood that if our consciousness can pose as anything at all, like a sailboat, here, without a sailboat, don't you think it's pretty likely that with the help of a sailboat, it could also pose as a sailboat? Well, this was what happens. But here, when we're up in the waking state here, what happens is we watch the dream and we recognize it as reality. And this is how it works. This is how our consciousness works. Our consciousness poses when we're awake. It poses as our surroundings. This is what makes the world visible to us. There's a lot happening. Just like, when we eat, we put food in our mouth and we chew it and swallow it, and we don't know how it gets digested, but we know we can do it. We know it's nice, to eat a good meal. We do it. We walk around. We don't know how we walk around, but we do it. You can tell, when a sweat bee comes and flies close to you here, hovering like this, he doesn't know how he can fly any more than we know how he can walk, but he knows he can do it. And he does. He does it too, just by intention, just the same way we do. When you want your hand to come up, it comes up. We don't know how that happens, but it does happen. So, all the creatures are the same. We're all the same. We all conduct our bodies about, by mere intention. Fairly magical, but we do it. We take it for granted every day. And we don't know how we see things. Like the mortar that's between bricks. The mortar is your philosophy in general. All the mind stuff that connects you to reality. Now, the purpose of the mortar, and what's good about it, is that it sticks the bricks together. It connects the bricks. Connects the bricks to the foundation. Connects the bricks to each other. And no one complains about the fact that the mortar holds the bricks apart, that it keeps them separated. But it does. They do. The mortar does do that. There's no way around that. That's the relationship, you see, between our philosophy and the world, reality. Unavoidably, what's good about it is that it connects us. Our understandings and our perceptions connect us to the real world, the material world, and give us the power to live in the world. But it's there, the way mortar is between bricks. And so it also separates us. It's there. And it's only because we think it isn't there. We experience life as though it isn't there, perceptually. He says, I lie sometime, but I don't lie all the time. He had the cheek to sort of excuse himself for lying sometimes on the basis that most of the time you tell the truth. Kabir says, have you heard the music that no fingers enter into? Far inside the house, entangled music. Suppose you scrub your ethical skin until it shines, but inside there's no music. Then what? Muhammad's son pores over words and points out this and that. But if his chest is not soaked dark with love, then what? The yogi comes along in his famous orange, but if inside he is colorless, then what?